Hey, 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 beautiful twin flames, and welcome back to Tarot for You 444. I'm so excited that you could join me because we're in this really kind of weird phase where we're trying to balance out everything. Um, we're kind of nearly out of this Libra season, which has been all about balance. And many of you are going to notice any shifts in your life that might be happening, um, or maybe you feel uncomfortable in some kind of way if you're not in balance. Okay, so this can pertain to, your diet, or it can pertain to something else, like maybe your career, or maybe some kind of thing that you're not incorporating into your life, or some area where you're overcompensating. So, we are made up of a mind, a body, and a soul. And if you're paying too much attention to, one of those three things, then you're going to notice that there can be this disconnect, perhaps with other people around you, or with the situations that you are finding yourself in, whether that's, at home, in the workplace, or when you go out and, mingle with people. So, what I want to do now is focus upon a divine masculine speaks reading. I feel like divine feminine is in need of hearing from him in some kind of way. I'm guided just to do an audio today because of the energies, and also because Donkey told me to. So that's my reasoning. Is that good enough reasoning? Donkey told me to. Wow. The cards are literally flying out of the deck right now. And before I begin, I just want to bring up a little concept that I've been, studying recently. I don't like to push any type of religion or any type of spirituality on my channel, but I will discuss different spiritualities and or religions if I feel that it's necessary at the time. So recently I have been studying, or actually over the past few years actually, I've been studying what's known as Taoism, and it's spelled Taoism. And although this isn't my current belief system, I do find it very poignant, some of the points and factorizations that come from this wonderful source of understanding with relation to the soul. Okay, so it comes and stems from, the practice of Buddhism, and also from what is or was known, I don't know that many people practice it nowadays, but Confucianism. You've probably heard of that old guy. He's called Confucius. Confucius says, man who does push-ups in long grass isn't necessarily exercising. Have you heard that one before? you can read between the lines there, and Donkey's laughing. Really, he's really laughing. But he's got, goodness me, I don't know what he's got caught in his mouth. Donkey, go and brush your teeth, please. Okay, he's gone off now to do that. Anyway, so Taoism is this ancient Chinese practice, which has been around for many, many years, and it incorporates the mind, the body, and the soul. And it's also about energy and flow. Okay, so you may have seen, people doing Tai Chi or yoga, or, practicing those kind of movements. In Taoism, they have their own kind of movements, which they practice. it's a religion as well as a philosophy. Okay, so many people have the argument, Taoism's a religion, and some say it's a philosophy, but in actual fact, it's both. So there's this idea that within the universe, only two things are constant, and the first one is change, and the second one is that everything has its finality of life. Okay, and so I'm bringing this up because what happens usually when we're in our ego, or when we're in third dimensional consciousness, as I like to call it, we get into this space of having to control the outcomes of things, including the outcome of our twin flame journey. And the practice of Taoism is kind of beautiful because it sort of says, well, whatever's going to happen is going to happen anyway. So if you could imagine a creek, let's say, I'm just going to give you a little metaphor here so it's easier to understand, but if you could imagine, there's a mountain and there's a creek flowing down from the top of the mountain and into, some kind of lake or something, if you were a human being, you wouldn't be trying to plug up the creek that's flowing the water into the lake. You know what I mean? What happens with humans, and especially when we get into our mind, which also contains the ego, is that we try and change things so that they suit us. Okay? And although the practice of having the ability to change things, like maybe it's the color of your wall in your home or something like that, that's a little bit different. But we're talking here about outcomes in life, and I guess my most poignant factor is that even if we show up in a spiritual or religious kind of way, and we understand that we are now awakened as twin flames, or having an awakening process or an ascension, what can happen is we can still come back into the ego, and we can try to push judgment or push an agenda onto other people, including our twin flame. And what I love about Taoism is that it says, what will be, what is what will be, like let it flow. I kind of am thinking that Frozen movie, let it go. But when you can come into a space of being able to be at peace inside of yourself, in a spiritual way, then you can just allow things to be how they're going to be. So as an example, a great example for the twin flame journey, if your twin flame calls you, isn't that great? If they don't call you, the ego or the mind would generally go, well, why didn't they call me? They should have called me. I was expecting them to call me, or they never call me, or, the mind will come in and kind of have an opinion or a judgment about what's going on. And it doesn't just do that with the twin flame journey, it kind of does it with everything, like, I don't know, you might go to a restaurant and you normally order some kind of favorite meal, and you get there and, they're not doing that special anymore, and it kind of pisses you off. So what I'm trying to say is that once you allow and accept whatever is going to be, let's say the twin flame doesn't call, maybe, in that moment when they were destined to call you, something really great happened to you instead. Like maybe, you land that job that you'd been waiting for 6 months, and if they had called, it would have interrupted the call. You know what I mean? So we can look at it from a place of going, well, maybe the universe kind of has my back. Maybe the universe is making this happen for a reason that I just don't know about right now, you know. So I think it's important not to get pissed off. I think it's important not to get annoyed when things don't go the right way. You know, perhaps when you went to the restaurant that time and, you know, you didn't get that meal that you wanted. Maybe there's a new meal, or maybe, you know, as you're going to pick up the menu, you know, you meet with a friend you haven't seen for years and you've really missed them and lost their phone number or something. So what if we got into this state of understanding or knowing that the universe has got something better planned? That's just some food for thought. Not literal food, otherwise Donkey might eat it. If you're new to my channel, Donkey is my toy icon from Shrek. And so that's why I'm mentioning Donkey. Okay, now I'm looking into divine masculine energy now. Really interesting here. We have the upside down energy. Wow. My throat chakra wants to clear because I feel like divine feminine is kind of making that noise. You know, divine masculine, where have you been? And if not divine masculine, where have you been? Divine masculine, why aren't you understanding me right now? Because many divine feminines have been going through some stuff, which is why I brought up the necessity of understanding the Taoistic principle of let it go from the famous movie Frozen. I don't even think I've seen that whole movie right the way through, but I do know the song, because when that came out, everyone was singing it, weren't they? Even adults were singing. Alrighty, so let's delve into Divine Masculine Speaks. His major priority right now, for many of them, is there's two groups of Divine Masculines at the moment. One of them is kind of just chilling, doing this non-manifestation and just staying where they are, okay, with the karmic, you know, kind of going, well, what will be, what will be, you know, que sera, sera, whatever will be, right? He's kind of settling this one group. Then there's the other group that have gone, you know what? I've met the love of my life. I've met my counterpart. I've met the absolute most wonderful feminine, take gender how it resonates, of my dreams. So I'm going to delve into both energies because both energies are relevant for twin flames at this time. I'm going to first of all go into the one that's with the karmic, or the one that's in separation from his divine feminine. You may not have heard from him for years or months or a long time. There's this, for him, there's this energy of, I want to communicate, but I'm too knackered. Wow. He's having issues with his throat chakra because he's not speaking up. You know, he's even been imagining having a home or a family with divine masculine, not with himself. Wow, that's funny. With divine feminine. Donkey's laughing again. And he's shedding light on this for himself. Okay, If your divine masculine's not coming into you and he's not messaging you and you're not hearing from him, I would invite you to do my ascension package and then my manifesting course. Okay, at the very least, you would need to do the ascension package because, wow, there's some stuck energy in this group of divine feminines because for many of them who aren't, or for many divine feminines who aren't hearing from their divine masculine, they're in this mindset of ego or sadness. And this is what's detrimental to the journey because, you know, we're feeling now, if you can imagine your energy going out and hitting the sides of the universe, let's say there were sides to it, you know, let's say it was a perspex, a perspex edge, and your energy hits it, right? That energy is going to come right back and hit you. Okay, so all of the stuff that you're telling yourself, like you're never going to hear from divine masculine, he's not talking to you, he never comes in, he's too tired, he's too exhausted, he's too wound up with other people. This message is something that you've been sending out for a really long time in your energy. And I feel that if that's your story today, that you're probably feeling really exhausted. Okay. So if you need to reach out to me to do my ascension package so that you can feel better and come into union with yourself first and foremost, then this journey is going to be a whole lot easier for you. Now the second group of divine masculines, wow, these guys want to talk to you as well. I feel like they've got a blocked heart chakra a little bit, and of course the stuckness can be felt in my throat chakra as I'm tapping into these collective energies empathically. So what's going on is they want to come. This might mean that they've got to travel to you in some kind of way, and there might be that refraining of travel, okay? There might be that instance that they can't get to you, you know. There's no boats, there's no planes, there's no there's no money or resources to come to you, perhaps for some of them. They're waiting, you know, it's like this bow and arrow feeling where they're waiting to be able to hop on the bandwagon to come. And, you know, it's kind of like, it's going to sound like a really disgusting metaphor, but if you've got a drain that's full of hair, I won't say what type of hair, but you know, in the shower when the drain gets full of hair, right? It's kind of like that hair is being pulled out and unplugged, and as soon as it is, he's going to come either across the world, across the road, across the neighborhood, wherever he's got to come to come to you. And he's in this period of waiting right now. He's waiting to do that. He's really kind of excited. He's even perhaps got enough money to do it. And he's really, really excited. It's like this, I don't know, it's weird because it's kind of like, I'm so excited I get to see her, and then it's like that I can't get there, so I guess I'll just wait. You know what I mean? It's like that, oh my god, it's my birthday, but everyone forgot, or everyone's still at work, you know? It's kind of like that energy. So divine masculine, beautiful energy here, coming into his spirituality or religion. There's a whole heap of strength here for you, divine feminine. You know, you might feel divine feminine like you're coming undone in a big way, but never fear, your divine masculine is picking up the pieces on the other side here. So I want you to know that, okay? The other reminder I have today is the twin flame journey is a soul to soul, heart to heart, third eye to third eye, intuitive connection, okay? So we need to go away from the mind and come back into the soul essence of who we are, as my throat chakra clears now because the message is coming through. We're going to have some love messages now from divine masculine. I'm going to do the love messages. Take what resonates and leave the rest, because divine masculine is very much in love with divine feminine at the moment. And I think what's going to come through is going to be quite beautiful for divine feminine today. Divine feminine, you're in the energy of you feel like it's not going to happen. Get out of that energy. Excuse me. You know, ignore it if you have to. Ignore that energy. Some of you are really, you know, having a difficult time. Perhaps crying, perhaps having insomnia. You know, we've got this dizzy theme coming up. We've got this, you know, for some of you, you may even have throat chakra issues or a cold or hay fever or something, right? But divine masculine wants to say, anything that he's ever done to hurt you, he is very sorry. Okay, he's saying, I'm sorry that this is how things turned out. So if there's something going on with you, divine feminine, they're giving you this beautiful, you know, they're reaching out saying, I'm really sorry. If they can't speak with you because they're working or they're trapped in some kind of karmic situation, they're saying it's so hard not talking to you. The next message is a long tight hug from you would be perfect right now. And if something went on between you recently, they're saying, I'm truly sorry for my words and actions. Alright? There is a select few who are going through their own dark night of the soul right now. You know, divine feminine, if you've been working on yourself feeling fantastic, your divine masculine may be, you know, completely having the opposite effect here. So this group of divine masculines is saying, please understand that I was in pain. I never meant to ruin things. I never meant to ruin us. And that can also be coming from those who are in separation from their divine feminines. I've just got a few more soul messages that I want to bring to you today, because I know, you know, divine feminine's kind of been hanging out to know, you know, even if she's been talking with her divine masculine recently, she's kind of still needing to know more. It's like, you know, there wasn't enough said, or, you know, perhaps your divine masculine doesn't know he's a twin flame or something like that. So there's this need for you to want to get more messages. Wow, the first one's really beautiful. My heart chakra feels like it's going to explode when you message me. You know, that's when the heart beats really fast. I just can't stop loving you. Also a Michael Jackson song that you might want to listen to. Some of them say, I have been researching the twin flame journey. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, okay. Some of them can feel your off energy, divine feminine, and they're saying, can you tell me what's wrong, please? Sometimes I can't read you. The next message is, I need to show you that I care more often. some of them been so busy that they haven't had the time. Can you tell me if you need something, please? Oh, this is really beautiful, the next one. I know you love me. Please look after you better though, okay? And the last one's kind of fun, and Donkey likes this one the most. Dance for me so I can feel your happy energy. Isn't that beautiful? Dance for me so I can feel your happy energy. It also can get rid of some stuck energy too, Divine Feminine. Dancing is really important, as is singing as well. So if you can do those, that's really good. So my throat chakra is going back to normal now that I've got the messages out. Sometimes being empath or a psychic medium can have a little bit of an impact because, you know, you've got these messages that you're being told to give. So I really hope they resonate for you today. Let me just tap into the collective and see if there's any specific messages before I go. You know, that may be kind of personal for you, because I'm getting some imagery coming through, and I used to focus a lot more on this. Maybe I should do it a little bit more, because I know some of you, you know, send me emails and say, oh wow, that's my divine masculine or something like that. Okay, so the word stunning is coming through. You know, your divine masculine may say you look stunning, or you're so stunning, or I can't believe how stunning you are. The next word coming through is beautiful. You know, you're so beautiful. I can't take my eyes off you. You're so beautiful. The other word coming through is smile. The divine masculine, you know, may say that he likes your smile, or acknowledging your smile. Or perhaps when you smile, you know, on camera, if you're doing a Skype call or something, you know, he can look at your smile or feel your smile when you do that, and he really, really likes that. I'm getting a black car coming through. I'm also seeing divine masculine is going to get mad at me in a minute, but I'm also seeing, you know, them driving by your house perhaps. There's this little bit of a stalking energy going on. I'm also getting a red car. The red car is kind of more sporty. You know, the black car might be like a van or a, you know, like a Jeep or something like that, but the red one's a bit more sporty. I'm also hearing the terms a cream coloured house, and I've also got a circular window coming through. That might be relevant for some of you. You know, it's like this top little, you know, like a top bedroom or something, and there's a pointed top to the house, and then there's a round window. I'm also getting the UK as a country coming through very strongly. I'm also getting India, and I'm also getting the USA coming in. Okay, I'm hearing the word fishing and camping, and, you know, a picnic at the beach is coming through. There's also this mention of sand. I don't know, like sand getting stuck in places it's not supposed to. You know, if you sit down and sand is in your clothes or on your towel, or something about sand. And then I'm also getting this wallet, something to do with a wallet that's important coming through. Also getting some loved ones coming through in spirit to let you know that if you've been thinking of them recently, they're right with you. Like you may not feel, you may feel a little bit alone. This is primarily for the divine feminine, but some divine masculines will resonate with this as well. They're right with you, okay? Someone in spirit is saying, I never left. I've never left. I'm right with you. Mentioning a ring, an important ring that may be, you know, connected to the ancestry or handed down or something like that. There's a ring that's important. I'm getting a gold ring coming through. I'm also getting from spirit coming through, now you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are grey. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. There's also this feeling of children here. Perhaps there's a child in spirit and we're getting a rainbow around this little child. I'm seeing a little girl and she's running and she's wearing a cute white little dress. This will only resonate for maybe one or more of you, but this is coming through as well. There's an idea here of skipping, and I don't know if you've ever heard that song, but it's, you know, skip to the loo, my darling, skip to the loo, my love, or something like that is coming through. I also have some songs coming through, or some artists coming through. I'm not necessarily sure why this is happening, but the joys of being psychic are that people will tell me later on. You know, someone may watch this video a year from now and tell me that something resonated, but I'm getting Drake as the artist coming through. I'm also getting Usher coming through, and Shania Twain is another one that's here, as well as Michael Jackson. Also getting the Cranberries and the Beatles coming through. We have the song coming through from Bette Midler, From a Distance. So if that resonates for you and you feel like that could be your message, you know, click onto that song, From a Distance. I'm trying to think of some of the words. From a distance, the world is blue and green, and the snow-capped mountains white. From a distance, I can't think of any more words, but there is this one section of the song that's trying to come through, so I'll just let it come through. Just give me a moment. From a distance, we are instruments marching in a common band, playing songs of hope, playing songs of love. They're the songs for every man, or something similar to that. If that's resonating with you, check that out. I'm also getting those soldiers that come through at Christmas time, the little drummer boy, more specifically. And as I looked at the time then, it was 33:33. So if threes are coming up for you, that is a good sign. We're also getting 717 as a union number coming through. And I'm hearing, I can't think of the artist. Oh dear. Let me think. I think it's called Buses and Trains, and you can look that song up. That's an important song for some of you. I've also got Frente, Frente, coming up. Ordinary Angels. Ordinary Angels, it's okay. You don't have to wear those wings. They're stupid things. Some of you may be quite like earth angels here, and if you're a twin flame, you may or may not have a mission, You don't have to have a mission as a twin flame. The mission is the journey back to the self. Okay. I'm just scanning for any more messages that are coming through. If you're seeing 1010 a lot, kind of ignore it. It's not the greatest of numbers. We want you to be seeing numbers like 444, 1111, 111, 222, and of course, 777 or 717. Those kind of numbers are fantastic for union. Many of you are thinking about what you want for your future, and we're also getting this idea of understanding that the twin flame, even it feels like a fairy tale for the soul, but in reality, when you are with your twin flame, it's going to be kind of normal, but your souls will be ignited, if that makes sense. So I don't want you to have this, clandestine idea that the twin flame journey is going to be, like you're in a tale of Cinderella. But I do want you to know that for your soul it will be. As far as your soul's growth is concerned, union with your twin flame is magical, is otherworldly, is unexplainable, is phantasmical. I made up a new word. Donkey's laughing. Alright. So I've just got a few letters coming through now, which may be in your name or be the initials of you or your twin flame, and then I'll let you go because I know I've probably talked for long enough now. We've got a H coming through, a T coming through, a coming through, L and K. We also have a T, a D and a J coming through quite strongly there with the J. That's a really strong one. Someone may also have a twin flame called J, like short for Jason or something like that. The other thing coming through is that many of your divine masculines may even be, on YouTube, or have a podcast or a vlog or a blog or all of those words. You know what I mean? Some kind of technology involved with some of your twin flames. And many of them also may be really hard working in either a trade of some kind, or perhaps a where they have to be smart. What do you call those people that go to university? Smart people. Yeah. Not that tradespeople aren't smart. In fact, I find people who do things with their hands or who are very creative to be some of the smartest people that I've ever met in my life. But I was just trying to think of people, people with a degree was the other thing I was trying to say. Okay, there's a couple more words coming up before I go. We've got the word boat, we've got the word China, we also have the word, and China can be the country or China as in, China that you have a cup of tea with. Alright, we also have chicken here, or deep fried chicken, or shazliks coming through, or barbecue. I'm getting like southern style chicken or something related to that. Someone kind of maybe loves a barbecue there. The veil's really thin at the moment. I can tap in so well. So let me know if any of these messages resonated for you today. I'm getting Europe as well coming through. And also, the languages that can come from Europe. So I don't know, like Czechoslovakian or Russian or, Polish or, I don't know, German, those kind of things coming through. And we're also getting, I don't know why this is important, but is it Bavarian cheesecake? So Bavarian cheesecake and smoking's coming through as well. Whew. Alrighty, let me know what resonates for you, because I love hearing about all of that. And I'm sending you a wonderful day, night, afternoon, evening, or morning, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for being here. Notice how my throat chakra's cleared now that I've given you the messages. Whew, I was going to have another day off, but it's impossible sometimes. Divine masculine and spirit coming through. Alrighty, see you everyone. Thank you for sticking around if you're still here. And if you need my Ascension package or any of my other services, including my manifesting course, which is relatively new and working wonders, please let me know in the description. My details are in the description box. Alrighty, I'm going to go have some dinner and I will catch you soon. Bye. Bye.